Hello and welcome to another Overlord lore video, and today we are going to take a look at an Adamantite Adventurer Team that had been mentioned in the third season and was now properly introduced in the third episode of the fourth season of Overlord, Silver Thread Bird, or Silver Canary as it is sometimes translated to. But before we are going to take a look at them, let's first and foremost take a look at my Patreons and thank them for supporting this channel. Furthermore, please take a look at my second channel, link to it is in the description. Now with that said, let's take a look at who they are first, before I explain why they may become quite important later. Silver Thread Bird is one of two Adamantite ranked adventurer teams in the Empire, and one that harbors many strange and unusual professions and skills. While individually they are inferior fighters compared to Larkius's Blue Roses, but they are quite great at teamwork, and the rarity of their professions make them highly sought after. Individually they are made up of Freiwald, a rather formal bard, believing in romantic things, and he was also the one who came up with many nicknames for his teammates, and for a bard, compared to Tia and Tina, or the leader of a certain adventurer team in the besieged Dragon Kingdom, or a certain priestesses. You will get to know soon. He is downright demure when it comes to the way he indulges in love. Freiwald also has many strange and quite rare items of magic potency, and furthermore he is a healer, using an alternative magic system to cast spell songs, something that allows him, albeit briefly, to enter the realm of heroes, aka fight like a character at level 30 or above, which for the new world is quite impressive. And he also likely can buff his friends in a similar manner. And with that said, let's move on to the second team member, Fan Long, known as the Beast Lord, and he's not only a demi-human, a species that would normally be threaded as a fraud or serf at best in the Empire, but thanks to his membership of an Adamantite ranked adventurer team, he is exempt from basically any direct attacks on him. Being the somewhat cliché-like martial type, he isn't very good at avoiding damages to buildings and other property damages, for his class of Beast Lord allows him to channel nature's wild energy into his body. Next in line we have Södersten. He is a small, often cloaked sneaky guy, and holds the appropriate amount of thief classes for his looks. He furthermore is also the tactician of the group, and therefore he knows the value of knowledge and information, and is reluctant to reveal intel about himself. So my point is, this sneaky looking guy is indeed very sneaky. Additionally we have Unkai, the Buddhist monk of the group, which is in and of itself quite rare, because the most prevalent religions and spiritual movements and convictions in the New World are all seemingly based on players, at least in the human part of the New World. But somehow Buddhism found its way into the New World and a way to survive in it, which shows that the world is still far bigger than just the tiny known part of it. And last but not least we have Povapon, the totem shaman of the group, considered to be bizarrely dressed by Imperials and other human folk, but he nonetheless is a reminder that there is so much more in the New World than the world maps has shown so far, and clearly displays influences from our own world rather than from Yggdrasil. And despite being this slightly dressed, he doesn't get cold, or hot for that matter, because magic items protect and insulate him from differences in temperature. And in general, Silver Thread Bird is at the start of Season 4 based in the Empire of Baharut, and were hired to escort the Emperor himself, and ensure that no talk about an alliance would leak through to the outside. A quest that they actually completed, since Ainz didn't know that Jurgnov would be there conspiring against him. He thought about all of this as a friendly visit to the Empire, but nonetheless this brilliant display of obliviousness crushed Jurgnov's plans, and the image Jurgnov and the Empire had in the eyes of Silver Thread Bird. And with that said, I say thank you very much for watching, and special thanks to all of my Patreons. To all of those who don't want to get spoiled, because there's so much more hidden in their lore that most will likely overlook it. First and foremost, in the 14th novel, it had been revealed that Silverthread Bird has relocated to the city-state alliance of Carnassus, likely because in their eyes, they too felt betrayed by Jergnif, being caught off guard by Ainz Ooal Gown entering the arena. Second of all, they hunted and killed a beast of legends, the so-called Radiant Crawler, which is a great feat, because it was a beast of legend. And here's the thing, this is Bahamut. He is the god dragon of all metallic and good dragons in Dungeons and Dragons, but he is also worshipped and followed by orders of Platinum Knights, favored souls that may enter the ranks of his followers after they have proven themselves in battle against a great fiend, for example by slaying a red dragon or another beast that would threaten the good dragons or other good people in the wider world. And if Bahamut wants to mingle with the other species, especially humans, he may manifest himself in different forms, but he will always be accompanied by canaries or other songbirds. And while he prefers the guise of an old man, Bahamut the Platinum Dragon is also quite fond of other disguises, for example, that of a young monk, among others. Now Overlord was heavily inspired by Dungeons and Dragons, and Platinum Dragonlord is basically just Bahamut by another name, and Silverthread Bird, or Silver Canary, not only has a matching name and slew a legendary beast, potentially one from Yggdrasil, but there's also a monk with them, and the very fact that Freiwald uses a different magic system to cast spell songs likely implies that he has learned wild magic, maybe in the only place on this part of the continent where it is still fought, the Arkland Council State, ruled by the 5 Dragon Lords, Platinum among them. So what I'm essentially trying to say is that these adventurers are, just like Rigid Berscaru or Red Drop, aligned with Platinum Dragonlord, and will likely play a quite important role later in the story. But again, while this is a plausible theory, at least to me, it is still just a theory, and we will have to wait and see if it turns out to be correct or not. And after stating my opinions, please let me know yours down in the comment section. And with that said, I say thank you very much for watching, and special thanks to Bad Guy Yi, Bad Burrito 316, Beezer, Ben C, Brandon D, Chrissy, Crowley 0221, Sia, Dead Slime, Death is Mercy, Deathless Dragonlord, Demon Xenomorph 1987, Devin Downen, Ding Dong, Duckwagon, Dystopia, Dystopia II, Enigmatic Unicorn, Feral Shivan, Guy with That Head, Hector Marino, Hoss, Huster, Jacob G, Jana B, Jason, Chromius, Legendarius, Lelouch wie Britannia with a mustache, Lexus Fox, Lord Nishikian Rai, Lord Touch Me, Merovec, Mr. Shoes, Mr. Tweaker, Michael R, Michael Roy, Normal Toad, O'Kill, Overlord General Gasper, Paddy Pantom, Personage, Primus 11, Shergox is Daddy, Shadow Lightning Wolf, Shrine Keeper, Staris, Ted, Texas Deer, The Orc War Boss, Rock Ed Smasher, T.E. Wang, Vash Hawkeye, Vegito 27, Venture Fanatic, Wilhelm, and Zonegon. Thanks guys. Anyway, have a nice day, and I hope to see you all again soon on my next video.